You made the successful transition from being primarily known as a singer into somebody who became a bit of a Martha Stewart type, especially with the way you could really a chef more than anything else. Even though you have certainly talked about and have an overall lifestyle brand, was there something
Mhm.
that happened or made you decide that you were ready to make this transition into cooking and more lifestyle type of things.
Yeah. I've always been one for interior decorating. I love inside homes and I love bedding. So we started with the bedding. I love hot sauces. We started with sauces, barbecue sauces, a bunch of different things. And of course comes the pie and then the macaroni, everything in Walmart, all the great foods. I do believe they're great because I made them and I trust my taste buds. And and I trust my price point, so I don't want to outprice. I want to make sure you get quantity. But more than that, it's going to be quantity because you're going to get what you pay for, but quality is more important than the quantity. And I believed in just presenting myself in a way of honesty. I mean, it's my food is honest. I'm honest. But I never thought of going from singing to this. It blended. It just happened. Because when I'm not singing, I'm cooking or cleaning, my house or Lysol and bleaching up and stuff and washing walls and getting the woodworks painted, stuff like that. So I've always been that interior girl. And then, things started happening with my Good Life products and with things are great, they're great. I never knew that it would be this great, but it is.
How
A blessing,
often?
another blessing.
Definitely. How often does Patti LaBelle go grocery shopping?
If Well, for the last 17 months, twice a week, I go to the farmer's market because I have to see my food, and I have to smell it. Because you get home and you didn't smell that fish, girl, you want to fight somebody when you get home and it's wrong. So they call me the unnecessary smeller. My assistants when they go to the store, why are you smelling that? Why are you? I said, because I'm buying it. And do I want to get home with some bad smelling groceries? No. So if it's bad, I'll call the manager and say, sir, you can't sell this to anybody. Why? And they know it's me. Why, Miss LaBelle? I said, because I'm not buying it. I said, because it's not worthy of customers paying their money for this. And a lot of times people won't understand why I do that. I do it because if I come ahead of you, you're not going to buy what I just smelled. That was awesome. I mean, awful, awesome, not awesome, awful. I have a bad habit of smelling stuff they say, but that's my pride to smell whatever I buy, to look at it and say and ask them honestly, when was this put on the shelf or whatever? They'll say today. I said no. I said tell the truth, and sometimes they'll honestly say no, last week. I said why didn't you just say that, boo? So I'm a stickler when it comes to fresh food. Yeah, bad to a point.
All right, with that in mind, Patty, maybe you can settle a bit of an argument or debate that me and my husband have when it comes to food. So he's the type of person that
Uh,
he goes strictly by expiration dates, right? So if it says on the 18th,
okay.
it's it. He's like, if the 19th comes, he's like not touching it at all. Me, I could be a little fast and loose where
No,
I'll
that's
just
not true. You can give it a few more days. When you smell it and okay, it's time, it's expired. If the
exactly.
18th doesn't mean you throw it away on the 18th. So I go with you, Jamel. I go with you. Yeah,
Mhm.
save it for a few more days, husband. No, don't chunk it right away. Just give peace a chance. Yeah, I say don't throw it away on the expiration date. Exactly.
See, I knew. I told him I was just like, see, we both grew up in the hood, and you all sedity now. Like you're supposed to smell it first and then go by
Right.
that.
That's it. That's the way I know. That's the only way to do it. Sniff
Mhm.
it. Yes.
Are you one of those people that if you're in a restaurant that you smell your food before you actually eat it?
To a fault. I do. And it's a habit. I can't stop that habit. Or I'll look at it and I'll look at my son's plate or someone says, Zori, let me smell that. Let me see. Mom, no, it's embarrassing. I said, okay, you get sick. I try to warn you. Sometimes they don't see what I see. I'm a real foodie. I see things that they don't see with the food and they just consume it. Yeah, so I will take a smell at a restaurant if I can get it on the fork, do like that before I put it in my mouth. Yeah, I do.
Did you have a bad experience? Is that
Yes.
why?
Most people like to know, you have bad experiences every day. Like in grocery stores, people are going to sell you expired food. So you don't want to take a chance, like I said, get it home and it's old as meat. Oh no, I've had uh, incidents before where I
Mm.
purchased it, and or my housekeeper, he would purchase it being a man, and he doesn't even have a sense of smell. So I said, Edward, I said, did you look at the date? Did you try to smell it through the paper or something? No, it was fine, ma'am. I said, no, it wasn't fine. So he hates going to the store with me because I'm gonna just look at everything and smell everything because when I get home, I want to cook some fresh food. Yeah, so I do that. And people don't like going shopping with me for groceries or to the restaurant. So I don't go out too much.
So, what does a Patti LaBelle grocery bill look like?
It's not I buy a lot of food. Um and I buy a lot of canned goods, things that can expire, for a year or so. So when I go shopping, sometimes I like to go to Costco's, you know, and get stuff, a lot of stuff and share with, my son or whoever, but get a lot of food, when it's reasonable too and it's fresh. So my bills are very dear. My food bills are very, very dear. Expensive, yeah, because I like to shop and I love great food. And I just like to buy a lot of good food. Yes.
Are you that mother or that friend that if there is a sale on salmon that you picking up salmon for everybody?
Not sale. I'm not a sale girl to tell because it's on sale. Sometimes it's on sale for a reason.
Okay.
And I'm sometimes not sure of that reason, So then you really smell, because you say, "Oh, it's cheap, cheap, cheap." So you don't know why. So when something says sale, I back away. I'm just that girl. I back away.
Well, except for with like toilet paper, right?
I
Every time
do.
toilet,
I
even even with toilet paper or
oh,
no?
stuff like that. I buy the whole store. No, with stuff like that, I can get all of it. Paper towel. But when you getting a certain chicken or something on sale, try to figure out why it's on sale. So instead of me figuring it out, I just don't touch it. I'll tell my friend when he goes shopping, my housekeeper, don't buy anything that's on sale when it comes to meats or veggies or just don't get it.
I
Yeah.
feel like this is a TV show. Going grocery shopping with Patti LaBelle. Like I'm all in on that.
Ooh, oh, this would be a show for your eyes. Oh yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun.
Yeah, I would
Not
love to see
fun.
that. We are talking
Hey,
about cooking. Yeah, I mean, but I bet it would be fun though, because it's you, so of course it would be.
it would be.
I Yeah.
I'll show you things.
You recently published the 20th anniversary edition of your first cookbook, LaBelle Cuisine: Recipes to Sing About. What does it
Yes.
mean to
Uh,
you that your very first cookbook and foray into this that is it stood the test of time?
that's what I'm saying. It stood 20 years, and I'm blessed because I can still see the 20 years. I can still feel it. I can say, God, that's great because my mind is still right. And for it to be coming out after, my babies, God babies weren't born then. Their pictures are on the cookbook and they're cooking like grandma, at least they think they are. And it's just I have 3 new recipes in the book and some new pictures, and it's just that the book has stood the test of time for 20 years, and it's back for all of the younger girls or younger guys who, when their mothers were using the book to make the macaroni and stuff, they weren't here. So now the younger kids can pick up that book and learn how to cook, because if you get this book and can't cook after, you need to stay out the kitchen. It's so easy, the recipes are so great, so easy and just fun. So it's a book for the youth. And anybody who wants to buy it, but I want the young girls to learn how to make a nice meal.